thereafter, I served that one as DIG, but after the retirement of the IGP Emeritus, Mr. Koso Chora Esquire, on the 4th of March this year, I took over the caretaking of the office of IGP, in addition to my responsibility as Deputy Inspector General Police. Sir, I deeply appreciate His Excellency the President for appointing and entrusting me the office of the Deputy IGP, and I appreciate everybody who supported me in that role. First and foremost, you, Honorable Minister, the Minister of State, and the Permanent Secretary, plus the Police Authority, and the entire leadership of Uganda Police. I'll be eternally grateful for the support that was rendered to me by all of you in your various capacities, that has enabled me and my team to perform whatever we managed to perform. So, the Police Council and the PAC, or the Police Advisory Committee, have been instrumental in policy review, implementation, assessment, and strategy formulation to meet the dynamic policing demands. I appreciate the efforts of those two bodies. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our development partners and stakeholders, including JILOS, Parliament of Uganda, Uganda Human Rights Commission, the media fraternity, and the people of Uganda for their unwavering cooperation and support, which has been instrumental in our efforts to fight crime in this country. Sir, in the same...
Myself, I just felt I should first thank all of those people who have contributed towards my moving to this very important level of the Inspector General of Police. Sir, I know what I'm taking over is a very serious responsibility, and I recognize that. But again, I'm very confident, especially looking at my team, up to the lowest, the constable. I'm very sure we are going to deliver. This is a time for me to take over, and I don't intend to make a lengthy speech. A lot of successes have been mentioned by the outgoing DIG. A lot of challenges have been mentioned also. And therefore, I take cognizance of all those facts. But as I said, I'm energized and strengthened by your presence, sir. I know upwards up to HE, I'm strengthened. And down up to the constable, I'm going to ensure that we are a very strong team.
Scheme of Uganda's security in the larger scheme of our country's business. That is your multiplier effect. That is your asante, your contribution to the overall goals of security and well-being of the country. Last, I want that you ensure teamwork and provide leadership. We've been given these assignments, provide leadership. We shall support you. I trust that both of you will deliver. DIG, don't be shy to abandon fine art, but don't do abstract art. Do real art of real things that happen in the docket. And with those few words, I wish you Godspeed, and I want to invite the Honorable Minister to give his words of advice and remarks to the congregation. God bless you.
I had my door open, I was doing something. This man who was carrying a bag of posho, came and the Luganda addressed me and said, Sebo, Jawe Melembe Jo, Sewe Nakuyangi. Meaning that you remove your peace, your comfort, let me carry on with my burden. So if these fellows who are doing politics have their liberty, they should not inconvenience our daily struggle to exist. Now, you as police officers, your job is to enforce the law. Enforce the law to the letter. Don't beat opposition. No. Deal with errant citizens. There is a difference. That's why I tell the opposition, when you want to do demonstration, that is legitimate. But when you do riot, then we shall also become rioters. Demonstrate, don't riot. Deal with errant citizens who have different ideas from mine, which are not necessarily your ideas. Don't beat the opposition and bring us a bad name. Because for us as government, we are not interested in harassing the opposition. But for you as police, deal with people who don't conduct themselves properly, but stick to the law. Don't go beyond the law. That's not your responsibility. That is finished. As for crime, I don't know who said it, said the police is stronger than the police. You cannot fight crime single-handed. You can't fight crime the 50,000 officers and men you are. You need the support of everybody else. Call for all hands on board, on deck rather. Call for all hands on deck for us to fight crime jointly. Now, for you to be able to call on us, the public, to help you, you must win our hearts and minds. You must learn to win our hearts and minds. You must help the population to help you, and the population must help the police to help them. We struggle for winning the hearts and minds of the population. The police, the army, are like fish in water within the population. When you antagonize the population, that water will dry up and you will die. Fish cannot afford to abuse water. Fish cannot afford to abuse water because that's their environment for survival. You, the police, the armed forces, the immigration, you need support of the public for you to be able to succeed. To help the public to be safe, you need public support. The accommodation, the living conditions of our servicemen are deplorable. And we can't afford to sit by and watch and behave like all is okay. That would be treasonous on our part. Let's follow this thing and get it through. As for the transport, which the outgoing IGPs talked about, we are going to try to address it. But, ladies and gentlemen, you should remember that we are also competing we are struggling within a small resource envelope and competing with other contending priorities. So we shall do our level best and try to convince everybody else that an environment where there is no security is not an environment where you can do anything else. You can't have a functioning hospital in the midst of war. You can't have a market taking place for exchange of goods when there are thieves marauding around. When the money and the goods you are selling are insecure. So we must ensure security before we work out on other things. Yes, there are priorities, but you must ensure we have security first and foremost. It's a secure environment that will ensure progress. So therefore, the core of the police, the core of the army, the core of the security services should take precedence over other things. I hope our other colleagues will not listen because they will stone us in the cabinet. Say this was a very selfish, who do you think you are? But this is reality. If there was fighting here, do you think I would come here? I would just say, Nyankore will say, Mruwe Mare means you finish it yourself. So, finally, let's learn to dedicate ourselves to the call of service. I am tired of people telling me this can't be done. That this can't be done. This is. If it can't be done, why don't you ask other people how did they do it? If you think it can't be done, you resign. I say, yeah, let's do this. Don't tell me this can't be done unless you tell me why it can't be done. You think this is possible?
Makerere University. After passing out, he was posted to Old Kampala as an OC station. He was later elevated to DPC. And transferred to Kapchorwa as a DPC. He was later transferred to the Department of Research and Planning when it was elevated to a directorate. He was appointed Deputy Director, and in 2022 he was appointed the Director, that is Research and Planning. He has been at the Center of Planning and Liaison Officer with JEROS, Justice, Law and Order sector, which has funded a number of developmental projects in the Uganda Police Force. At the time of his appointment, he has been director.
And on top of this, I present to you your service pistol. The service pistol you are carrying, you'll carry it forever as your weapon of protection until last post. You know what last post means? You don't take it. It will come back. That's when it will come back to the police. I did it to your predecessor. I want to do it to you. so that you remember you were a policeman. Policeman ad in eternum, policeman for life.
Thank you, sir.